Hi, I'm John from Gentlemen and Whiskey.
I'm Brandon.
And today we've got the PA Bourbon Squad Mermaid Spirits picks. Squad up! Okay, so these picks are still available on mermaidspirits.com. They are two picks from the guys who run PA Bourbon Squad, Rocky Beaver and Matt O'Driscoll. Super cool group. It's one of the least toxic experiences I've had on Facebook bourbon groups and really any bourbon group in general. So they do a great job of running these things. They have the cool PA Bourbon Squad logo in here. So I'm excited to try these.
Yeah, so up until 5 days ago, I didn't know Mermaid Spirits existed. And then John was like, hey, let's shoot this video and review these bottles. And I was like, cool, what are Mermaid Spirits? That's awesome. And as I've been sitting here, I see that they're produced and bottled by Mermaid Spirits in Huntingdon Valley, PA. And it's distilled in Indiana.
Kind of sounds like it might be MGP.
Could be MGP juice, which is very exciting, especially because these are cast strength. So
I don't think they're really trying to hide anything, but it does say distilled in Indiana, which generally means MGP.
Or Ross and Squibb now, whatever.
Yeah, no one calls them Ross and Squibb though, except themselves.
I want to.
I
want to a little bit.
I mean, I do too, but Ross and Squibb doesn't flow like MGP does.
No, it's like if like Channel Locks rebranded and they weren't calling them Channel Locks anymore. You know, it's like everybody would still call them Channel Locks. So.
I mean, I don't know tools, so.
Well, it's exactly the right comparison.
All right,
Yeah.
I'll take your word on that.
So,
Yep.
We should drink these.
Yep, so there, we've got Rocky's pick, R80, comes in at 117.5 proof. Mine is bottle 61, if anyone cares.
They're actually both bottle 61.
Oh, are they?
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't know how you did that.
Sweet.
Magic.
I would imagine that they probably pulled them off the line.
Mermaid magic.
Yeah.
That's what it is.
Mermagic.
Mermagic.
And then M81 is 116.7 proof, so I don't even remember what I just said. 116.7, so that is lower. Because the other one's 117.5.
I wasn't listening because I looked at them already, and I was just thinking about telling everybody that we're drinking these blind.
Yes.
So they're in Black Lens, and Nate off camera poured these blind for us. So
Yep.
We'll find out at the end which one is which and which one we like more.
Yep. So we're putting Rocky and Matt head to head, but that's kind of their point. They have a poll going up on the Facebook group as to who likes whose picks better. So,
Nice.
$65, not bad.
Not for a cast strength barrel pick, single barrel. These are single barrels. So.
Yep. We were just kind of talking about that. That's pretty in line, proof-wise, age-wise, and price-wise with what Nulu's doing.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, some of the Nulu single barrels, the non-finished ones, are roughly $70. So that's
which is also MGP sourced.
Right. Yep.
You know, so.
All right. You want to get into it?
Yep.
Do the one on the left first.
Yeah.
We're using our chocolate Glens.
These are like super black though.
Yeah.
The chocolate is brown.
Is
that what they're called?
Yes, that
Chocolate
is what they're
Glens?
called. I did not make that up right now.
All right. Well, I apologize.
They're just really dark chocolate.
Yeah, they are. I think they're really cool.
They're like 100% cacao.
They mess with my brain though because I
Yeah.
can't see the whiskey, and you don't realize how used to watching the whiskey swirl around in your glass you are until you can't see it anymore.
Yeah, we can't comment on legs because
I'm sure they're in there.
it's quite true.
I think this smells awesome.
Yeah, it smells really good. I get some pretty traditional MGP notes, a little bit of red fruits, like I get that more on the line of like Twizzlers in this.
Mm-hmm.
A little peanutty.
Yeah, but there's not a lot of oak on it.
But it's also not grainy like you get with some younger whiskey.
I just opened Smoke Wagon Uncut the Younger, and there's a little bit of that grain. Like it's really good and really, it's like bright and sweet, but it's really like there is some grain on there. Like this doesn't have that.
Well, and that is also a 4 to 6 year MGP product.
Well, that's why
as well.
I said. Yeah, that's why I said that.
On the nose, it's pretty good. It's not earth shattering, but it's solid.
I really like it though. Like,
Yeah.
there's nothing that I don't like about the nose.
Agreed.
So I think it's good.
Cheers.
I want to drink it.
Yeah, cheers. It's a little youthful on the palate. Getting a little like candy corn.
Yep. It's really sweet, It's coating though, like the viscosity is nice, and there's some proof there on the palate. I'm still getting like some like residual like sweetness. It's not bad. It's not bad at all.
No, the red fruits didn't really translate over from the nose. And initially, it's not hot, but it definitely has that Kentucky, Indiana, Glasgow, whatever you want hug.
Sure. Yeah.
You know, warming your esophagus.
Like you said on the nose, the MGP, the typical MGP notes, like there is that, and I don't know how I describe it, but like that MGP flavor.
Kind of like Mexican Twizzlers. A little bit of baking spice. Like, so
Yeah.
Mexico puts like cinnamon and like chili powder in their Twizzlers.
Do they really?
Yeah, so my sister and her husband went on their honeymoon, came back with Mexican candy for me, and, you know, whatever 13-year-old me had zero idea that they were spicy. So I just popped like 3 of them in my mouth, and it was like straight fire.
Ew.
But not in the good way.
That sounds bad. I'm getting like bubblegum on the nose.
I can get that a little bit. For the most part, like baking spices and red fruits. More traditionally, like MGP. That last sip was like very nutty. I don't know why I keep looking at the glass.
Because you're brain and you like to watch the whiskey
I do, yes.
move around in the glass,
Yep.
and you can't because this glass is dark chocolate or whatever.
All right, number 2.
Yeah, we should try.
Okay.
The second.
The right glass.
There we go. Oh, I was holding it wrong.
That's
Sorry.
okay.
It didn't ring out. There it is.
Better like that.
I'm gonna blind swirl this because I can't watch it.
This one's different.
Oh, these smell exactly the same. Just kidding.
I get like butterscotch off this one. Like
So-
butterscotch and nuts.
So I was gonna say there's like, for me, there's like some oak on this one.
Okay.
Like this one, the first one was like really, really sweet. Like you were saying, like very fruity. Like I smelled bubblegum after I tasted it. Yeah, I get some nuttiness. Like an oak.
I get bubblegum off this one on the nose. I did not get it as much on the other one. I got more like raspberries, strawberries, and like baking
Interesting.
spices. This one I get much more sweet notes. Like off the nose, if you told me this was like a younger Jack Daniels, I'd believe you.
Oh.
Take a sip.
Yeah, let's do it. Here we go. The palate is very different.
It's not as complex, but I think it's tastier.
This one, to me, is like, it drinks a lot hotter on the palate. For me, for whatever reason, the first one that we tried, all the sweetness on the nose and the palate is more pronounced. Like this is more like baking spices and like nuttiness and like hotter. Like it's still like on the back of my tongue. It's still burning. Like, so both of these have like experiential finishes that are long, which I like.
I think this one has a better finish.
It's definitely a stronger finish. Yeah, absolutely. I like both of these.
All right.
Yeah, I like them both. They're both good.
I think one was more complex. I think it has a broader profile.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
So it had more flavor notes to me. This one was much more one-dimensional. This one had a better finish. 2 had a better finish. I think I'll go with 2, though.
2
One was more
two is your
complex, but I think I like 2 better.
Yeah, so I think the nose and the palate on 1, like same deal, more complex. I really like the sweetness and the, like the lack of oak for me was like really nice. Like it's like what I think of like when I think of like good sourced MGP whiskey that's enjoyable. So kind of like in line with like the Nulu stuff, and I really liked 1. I liked 2 also. So I like there was nothing about 2 that I disliked, but I agree with you. It's less complex. It's hotter on the palate, which usually to me is not a problem. Like it wasn't a problem. The finish is stronger, but I think the flavors of 1 I enjoyed more. The nosing and the palate flavors I liked more. So I think my choice is 1 out of the 2.
Yeah, I'm about a half point between them.
Yeah. Oh yeah. It's very close.
Yeah.
It's not like a huge disparity.
Yeah, it's not like one blows the other out of the water.
Nope.
I think the finish is what it came down to for me.
I think both of these are really good. And also I felt like this year there's just not as... I don't want to say there's not as many good options in this price range, but like it is hard to find, I think, really great stuff for $65. But I liked both of these. I honestly may have to get one of these because I like them a lot. I think they're really good.
All right, so the reveal.
Do you have a guess? I don't, but like, do you have a guess? Because you know a little more about the bottles.
I do, only because of what other people have said, and I think number 1 is Matt's, and I think number 2 is Rocky's, given other people's descriptions from what they've said. That Matt's tended to be more complex, and Rocky's tended to be better.
Okay, let's find out.
Rockies, Matt's.
Okay, so the one on the left, I'm being informed, was Matt's pick, and the one on the right was Rocky's pick. So I was kind of right, although I have no basis for it. I'm not really going to take credit for it.
You've just heard what other people were saying.
Right, correct.
Yeah, I was just curious.
Yeah, so I liked Rocky's pick better. You liked Matt's pick better.
Yeah, thanks, Matt.
But they're very close. I think it's definitely worth picking up both. Yeah.
Very good. Yep. Really great guys.
So thank you to Rocky and Matt for starting the PA Bourbon Squad. It's a really great tool, not only for people to learn about how things work in Pennsylvania, but also a space where people can talk about bourbon and not feel like they're getting dragged through the muck of, oh, how dare you like Blanton's.
Yeah, for real. Yeah. It's a good group.
So,
yeah, very grateful.
So thank you guys for your hard work. Definitely recommend picking one or both of these up. If you like what we're putting out, give us a like, comment, and subscribe. Check out our other videos, and we'll see you next time.
Cheers.
Cheers. I'm going to circle back around to that. Okay, so...
Yep.